Chapter 12 is about biodiversity and healthy society. First, let us define that biodiversity or biological diversity is a vast concept that means a lot of things. There are lots of living organisms from smallest to biggest creatures of it which belongs to different species or group. They are multiplying in every seconds by interacting on each other and to other non-living things. Living organisms also have lots of habitats that they will be able to supply themselves all the foods and other things that they need. Each group of living organisms also have unique characteristics about their reproductive patterns or on how they grow. And last, biodiversity is important to us. It is important in our daily life and how we can survive. Without it, life is hard and there's always a scarce, especially in food and in medicine. Also, biodiversity refers to the number, variety, and variability of living organisms. But it is not just about the species, but it is also about the ecosystem and how living organisms interact on each other that includes interrelationships in the areas where they live, like it is called habitat, whether artificial or not. It is also serves as a sources of food and energy in addition to water and clean air. It also enables the discovery and the use of plants as medicines, microorganisms as sources of antibiotics, and marine animals for various compounds of industrial use. So the biodiversity have three components. The first component is the genetic diversity, which refers to variation or differences in the genes of a species or of individuals. Genes are segments of DNA which dictates the traits or characteristics of an organism. Among the three components, it is considered as the small proportion, but the impact of it is really big. Next is the species diversity, which is also called diversity of number of species. It involves a combination of species number and their relative abundance in particular area. The effective number of species refers to the number of equally abundant species needed to obtain the sum mean proportional species abundance as that observed in the dataset of interest. So third component is community or ecological diversity that refers to a variety of ecosystems in a given region. There are kinds of ecosystem. First is the aquatic ecosystem, which belongs the freshwater, marine, estuary, and coastal. Second one is the terrestrial ecosystem, which is have grassland, forest, and desert. Ecosystem provide wide range of species population that interact with one another forming a community. Their survival and interaction are influenced by a variety of non-living or abiotic factors such as water, air, temperature, and other. So, the importance of biodiversity is it affects human in various aspects in economy, health, culture, aesthetic, and environmental issues. So it is the sources of food, clothing, shelter, medicine, raw materials, and human really enjoy different products of goods, clean airs, and other. So the fundamental science, taxonomy, ecology generate knowledge and information to understand the importance of biodiversity for human survival. But however, it is still have some limitations like biodiversity conservation strategies focus on research and policy on global scale without too much effect on local diversity, lack of site-specific data on species composition of communities, biodiversity studies lacking in taxonomic precision, few taxonomists, insufficient biodiversity inventory and assessment. However, the benefit of biodiversity still share in the economy and of course in us. That's all. Thank you.